As you know, on this show, we like to debate things, particularly things that have gone on in our lifetime. And as we've often said, and I think you'll all agree with me, sometimes the world is unrecognizable to the world that you and I remember. It's just simple things, isn't it? Having courteous people in shops to serve you and, being kind when you're in there. One of the problems I have now is that I was literally in a store the other day and I literally asked the guy, where are the baked beans? And he couldn't answer. He literally could not speak English. Nice enough guy, smiled, etc. But who set him on? Why put somebody in that terrible position of front-facing, dealing with the public, and then finding out that, you can't speak English? Couldn't be bothered to look, so I left the store. That's the problem with retail. The other problem now, some people might say, is the fact that we've got a generation who are literally out of control. And this big debate over here in the United Kingdom is, should you now smack your children or not? I know, contentious subject, eh? But I wanted to ask you, because when I was growing up at school, we had very severe teachers, let me tell you. They got the cane out, they got the slipper, and you were made to stand in a corner facing the wall, humiliated, whatever you want to call it. Did we deserve it? I would say yes. Now, the bigger debate over here right now is the fact that apparently, if you do things like that, well, it creates other problems further down the line. I don't know. I would definitely say that I'm more respectful. They taught you how to get up, for a lady coming into the room. They taught you to be respectful to the teachers, sir and miss. None of this melandering of being, first name terms and all that sort of stuff. And I wanted to ask you, was it like that in your era? Was it a lot tougher? Do you agree with it? Or do you think a gentle smack, say on the back of the legs with a child, just to let them know exactly who's in charge, is a good or a bad thing? I was on the tube the other day and these two children were swinging off the rafter things at the top of the roof. And the mother's sitting there on the phone, and then one of them, and it had to happen, came flying off and banged into the door, crying their head off, all that sort of stuff. Whose fault was that? I would say the mother. She should have made them sit down because there were other people there getting really annoyed, but she couldn't care less. Did she chastise the child? No, she's looking around for somebody else to blame. And again, you look at this, and this is the culture that we've got. They're not taking ownership. Or I could be wrong. Do you think it's right? Should the cane come back into schools? Would that make people behave a little bit more? The threat of the cane in my school was enough to make you sit up. You know what I'm saying? Because the guys behind that were ex-military and they knew how to control a classroom. As I say, it's a raging debate over here. But what were your school days like? Were you naughty or were you nice? And when you were naughty, did it make you more respectful? And has that now carried on into your adult life? I think it certainly helped me, and I'm not advocating either way. What I'm saying is, this is the world we're now in. But do you agree with it? As ever, do like and share, and let me know all about your punishment in school days. Or were you truly a goody-goody? I don't believe so. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.